What's going on, guys? So there's a lot of ban list discussion right now, and everybody's got their own different opinions, and talking about if it's bad, good, and talking about what cards are going to be banned, talking about, like, I saw, Silent Sigma, or DP Pro, his new name still fucking gets me. I mean, I watch his videos, and I still don't get his new name, and Mega Capital G talking about Exaton Knight being banned or whatever, so check out their videos, because it kind of pertains to that, but not at the same time, so watch their videos to kind of get a grasp of what I'm trying to talk about. So, right now, in the game, ban lists and everything are, random. But I feel like ban lists are important. Leaked or not leaked. I mean, the leak part, the ban list part, never mind, that is important to its own way. But people are like, oh, don't listen to the leaks and whatever, and people are like, why do you give a shit about if it's leaked? It doesn't matter. Duh. Alright, so I don't care personally if it's leaked, like the real one. Fake ones too. Of course I'm going to look at it, I always have, because it's just like, I wonder what's on it. And then I don't necessarily care about it, I don't take it for granted. Even ones that have turned out to be true when they're leaked, I don't necessarily take it for face value until the day that it's released, or supposedly supposed to be released by Konami officially. Mostly because I don't want to go buy cards or something. When I was playing heavily in the actual physical world, I didn't want to go and buy something and then be like, oh, it's banned. Like, why am I going to go buy a fucking bunch of trash and then it never got banned? I'm just out of money. I don't want to do that. But there is a reason on why some people want it to be leaked and want it to be purposed, because regardless if you like it or not, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has its own economy in a sense. It's got its own marketplace, and leaked ban list kind of make that ban list work. So while maybe the average player or even some players, whatever your preference is about the ban list, and you're like, I don't give a shit about it, some people like it. There's some people where it can be relatively important to it. So if it gets leaked quick enough, and you are a seller, a card seller, and you want to take the chance and believe this list, you jack up card prices. You start selling cards high, you get on the hype train, and then other sellers start to do it, trying to make a buck out of the hype. And that is kind of it's kind of like a necessary evil in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's always going to be the marketplace people, and then the hype up to sell cards, and it just kind of, like I said, it's not useful to me when I know the ban list, but there's a type of people that need it, especially if it's leaked, whether if it's fake or not fake. And it also shows other people who get on the hype train and start buying those cards, and it kind of I wouldn't say weeds out the idiots, because you never know. Like, some people aren't dumb, they just want to take the chance, and they're like, you know what, if it doesn't get unbanned, then whatever, fuck it, but if it does, then I'm going to have these cards. And there's some people who are like, okay, I want to play them, but then there's other people that are like, well, maybe if the card will sell still really well, if it officially does become unbanned, things of that nature. So yes, people don't give a shit necessarily for gameplay-wise, or some people do. But there's a market that does, regardless of fake or leaked. Also, in all honesty, it kind of gives people something to talk about. When Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going so long without playing with certain cards, or, how do I put this? It's getting stale, basically. Okay, going so long and someone's getting bored and stale. When a ban list comes out, it gets people talking, it gets them excited, and why, they start trying different decks because maybe they think their current deck won't work in the format, and it kind of spices it up even until the actual release of the official ban list. So even if it's a fake one, people start talking about it more, and it kind of brings the game going, and kind of gets it more exciting for that last little bit until the actual list gets released. So, besides Marketplace, even if you're not interested in the ban list, it kind of does spice it up for a little bit, because people start talking about it, and you start wondering, like, oh, what's going to happen to this game? Like, what are they going to do next? And then you start playing on Dev Pro or Dual Network, or even going to locals, and people are trying different things because they think this list might be legit, and they want to maybe try to form their deck around it. Now, I'm not saying that pertains to this current leaked ban list, which is pretty much regarded as faked from what I understand, but just in general for ban lists in the past. Like, when it's leaked, some people might want to change up their decks, and then it changes up other people, and yeah. So this is why I think it's somewhat important. Like, I don't personally care, I don't really look into the list. Like, if I see them up when people post them, or I see a YouTube video about them for a YouTuber I'm subscribed to, I'll most likely watch it, but for me, myself, I'm not going to go search hard and, every day, did the ban list leak yet? Is it released? Because eventually I will find out, and since I'm not that hardcore into the physical game at the moment, because I have so much lack of Yu-Gi-Oh! Around my community, that it doesn't really matter to me. And I know there's tons of players it doesn't matter to them either, but there is still a purpose for it, I feel like. I don't know, that's my own 2 cents, 3 cents? I'll give you a nickel. When you were a kid, did anybody want to be one of those, like, anti-dudes? Be like, fuck iPod, I got a Zune. I was one of those kids.